Hello and welcome again to Silver Gold TV, your one place for all silver and gold related news. Hey guys, I got a little bit of a situation that I would like to run by you guys. For most people, this won't be an issue. For some people, it might be an issue. For some aspiring entrepreneurs out there, this may come across as a potential problem. So I'm trying to give you a heads up. Why? Because I didn't expect it, and when it happened to me, let's say I was not prepared. So I'm sure most of you out here, unless you have a great job and you have a steady job and you like your job, um, you're trying to escape what's known as the rat race. The rat race is what we call working for money, paying your bills, living a mediocre life with what's left over, and then having to go back to work for more money, and continue paying them bills, and so on and so forth, right? And that would be the rat race, and you're trying to escape it. And when you try to escape the rat race, you look for books if you're smart, or you look to friends and family that may or may not have already achieved this. One of the books I found was Rich Dad Poor Dad. Great book, amazing book, great story. Problem with this for me was that it didn't really give you a lot of real life situations like the one I'm gonna present to you with right now. In the US of A, which is where I live, the system in this country is set up so that you have a credit score. Based on that credit score, you see your credit worthiness, but it's not just based on your credit score. Most of the time, it's based on your credit worthiness, which is your FICO score, and your current income. Your current income for for the greater percent of the Americans is their job. And that for me was a problem. I left my job to pursue entrepreneurship, and my new business was doing great, but it was a new business, and I left my job. So I was no longer having a income source from an employer, I was no longer an employee. So I was looking for an apartment to rent. And apparently, you're gonna have a very hard time to find an apartment that will rent to you when you don't have a job. Even though you're making more money now than you ever did before, you can't prove it. Even though you could show me your bank statements that you have a lot of money, it's not enough. Even though I offered 3 to 6 months of advanced monthly payments, at that point they thought I was probably selling drugs. And with the fact that I did not have any years of tax representation for my business, because it's a new business and they required at least 3 years of it. So so look at the numbers for a second. You leave your job, and then everyone's gonna turn their back on you until you have at least 2 to 3 years worth of tax returns on your new business. So you're in limbo, for say, you're in economic capitalistic limbo during that transition period. That transition period is tough. That transition period is not easy. Why? Because it's time that you can't go without a loan. What if your car breaks down and you need to buy a new car? What if unexpected situation pops up and you require a loan? What if your business requires a loan, but your business has not had any tax years to go by? What if you are, let's say you have 2 years of tax returns, but you're being crafty and you're being smart, and you decided to not report or report things swayed because you're good with numbers? So let's say you did all the legal things you could do to keep your money that we all know about and pay as little in taxes as possible. Well, turns out if you pay as little in taxes as possible, then your income is not that significant. So, good luck trying to find a loan for your business to grow. Good luck trying to find an apartment if you're renting. Good luck trying to lease a car if your car breaks down. And all of this came to me as a shocker. I was shocked that there was no part of that book that explained any of this situation. Yeah, for me, it was a shocker. It was like, wow, reality check. The system is built for you to be a rat racer, a wage slave, and a pencil pusher. So my only choice was to, unfortunately, return to a job which I dislike, continue my business, which I eventually was unable to keep up because my work took away from time from my business. So my business suffered because of my job that I required to get an apartment that I needed to live in, or else I'll be homeless, like literally a homeless man with a shitload of money. How ridiculous is that? Only in America something like that could happen. So, with all of that said, it seems bizarre, but that is the way the system works in this country. So, I guess the most viable option for someone that wants to, in my opinion, wants to be an entrepreneur, look into something, a business that is already in existence, that has a good income flow, that has many years in existence. Save up your money, get a good job, save up your money. Don't try to save as much as you can and invest into a business that's already running. This will allow you to work with that business credit, work with that business name, and all the good stuff. That is my opinion. With my personal experience, that's what I went through. And I want to let you guys know that transition period between changing from being an employee to an entrepreneur and having 3 years of no taxes on your business is tough, it's hard, and it's definitely not the way to go.